Mason, what we got today?
A very unhappy buggy.
Yes, we do. Yes. Yes. Whose fault is that?
Totally not mine, but
Totally not yours?
yeah.
I
That's
think
what
it is
happens when you
yours.
cut a cartwheel with a Volkswagen.
Yeah.
What's
That's.
it?
Oh, it started to rust now. That's
Oh.
fine. Jeez.
The frame didn't just go and break off back here on my way over here.
Yeah. It is cracked back there, ain't it?
Yeah, just a wee bit.
A little bit. Right back off in there, it's a little cracked. That's broken right
Probably
there.
the worst of it.
The wheels bent. Alright, so here's what's going on here. This is our first video. We're starting a YouTube channel. Mason wrecked his buggy. That's Mason. I'm Nick. Mason wrecked his buggy before I even got mine going. And well, he cartwheeled it like 1.5 rotations, 10 feet through the air. And yeah. We got to have them done by Memorial Day, which is in like, what, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Mine's a little closer than yours.
Yeah, just a little bit. This one is what I'm working on. Not entirely done, not even close to being done at all. But it's gonna have cutting brakes and a turbo and all that kind of stuff. It's gonna be sick. His is just, well, it was pretty decent. He got it for a pretty cheap. What was it, like $1,400?
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, so
It'd already been wrecked once, so I had to rebuild the front end.
we're gonna get this thing up there in front of the shop, and we're gonna start working on it. Going to grab the tractor so we can get this thing in front of the shop, because it don't like to turn. We're just gonna pick up the front of it, and we're gonna see what we can do. Go. All right. Put her in. Yeah, it'll be all right. And we're off. There we go. Pick it up on the front. So go ahead and move your truck and
I forgot to chalk the wheels and I improvised the parking brake.
oh man. Hey Mason, go ahead and move your truck. This guy, man. He never understands a thing I say. There he goes. I'm gonna run into him. Let's see. Just keep swinging, buddy. Oh, was that it?
Well, maybe not.
Oh.
Okay.
I'd call that good.
Yeah.
It's still holding there.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Where's the other side at? not as bad. That's
Yeah,
weird.
just that one right there.
How did the inside get worse than the outside?
I don't know. I think it's when it hit that cage. Don't hit my toe, please. Hey, now, you better watch it.
I think that's good, actually.
I mean, as long as it's holding there, I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah. Get it as straight as possible to prevent bumpiness, I guess.
Well, I don't think it's going to. I mean, you're not going to be having this thing at like 70.
Unless I'm towing it.
It'll be all right. That's good.
But by then I might have new tires.
Yeah.
Right,
You got the good old adapters on there. That's sick. I think it's fine.
Waiting on that tire exploding the fish.
It's still holding air, so I'd say it's good. Did you really take that off with that?
Huh?
Did you really take it off with a 3/8
Sure did.
breaker bar?
Sure did. Because I couldn't find the sockets in the 1/2 inch.
Jesus. Yep.
Yeah. So at the back of the buggy, all I gotta do is this one side.
Yeah, you just gotta pull that axle out, grab that spare transmission from over there, and yank the axle out of it and shove it off in there.
Yeah, I guess.
These 3 bolts are harder to get out than you think. Just
Figured.
going ahead and telling you.
Figure that might be.
Yeah, they're a pain sometimes.
Yeah. I guess we'll have the wheel off though after swap out the bar.
Yeah.
And do
I've
some
never
water.
swapped an axle before on these, so this is the first one for me.
Yeah, me neither.
Now you gotta pull all that off. You gotta replace that axle tube too. Jeez, that's a lot of oil. We never could figure out where this thing was leaking from.
No.
I think it's just sweat and horsepower.
Good old total of 48 horsepower.
Yeah.
Actually, no, this is the
1600, I think.
Yeah, it is 1600 set. Yeah, it is 48.
Yeah. That engine code says it's 48. Yep. I'm over here working on the electrical on mine. Worry about the rat's nest of wiring. I thought I ordered a mechanical gauge because it's been a while, but apparently I ordered an electrical one. So I got to run a wire down to. I got to run 2 more wires down in there. Focus. There you go. I got to run 2 more wires down to that gauge for my oil pressure, and one is going to this little sending unit right here. Threads into the block, and the other just goes to all-time 12 volts. So like ignition or something like that, I could hook it up to. That's probably what I'll end up doing. I'll probably just run that that oil pressure wire into the ignition.
Okay.
That's, yeah. And then my lights will be powered off of a fuse block in the back. So that will work. What just happened?
Hit myself in the groin because this thing came flying off at me. Like a light little tap. Not too painful.
Then why did you bend over and say, "Oh, my wiener"? Oh man.
Ain't looking good.
I'm just buttoning up the electrical over here. I've got the switch panel all done. All my switches are ran, my gauges are hooked up, or my gauges are run. This thing's gonna be turbocharged, so I've got a boost line I gotta run back to the manifold on the motor eventually. And I've got grommets on everything so it doesn't rub through. And we're just tucking these wires into this wire loom right now. Mason, how far have you gotten?
Far have I gotten?
Yeah.
Got the rear drum brake off now.
Yeah?
Now it's just time to fight this angry torsion bar.
This one?
Yeah.
You just gotta kind of do it like this, you know, just get up,
Yank it out.
get up a little bit for a minute or two.
Just kick it out.
No, it's hitting your exhaust.
Yeah.
Who knew you were gonna have to pull the exhaust? Yeah, you're gonna have to pull the exhaust off, I think.
Just kind of hoping to.
Unless I can stomp on that torsion bar. Or on that spring plate, at least.
Ah, my brakes.
Sorry, buddy.
I at least want those. Even though they're more of a suggestion right now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pull that back tube off, I think.
No.
Or maybe.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh. Yeah.
Maybe it'll tap her down now. Oh, there it goes. It's a little harder.
I'm also semi-straightening it out.
I think it's bottomed out. I think it's bottomed out in here.
Oh. Whoops.
Oopsies. Live and learn.
Oh, yeah, it was bottomed up.
Oh. Well, you got it there.
Spinny thingies.
Yep. You gotta get
Yeah, I gotta get.
all that off. That bearing, I think, is pressed on there. Yeah, because that's a rotating shaft. So your inner race is locked. Outer race floats.
Yep.
So I would get a hammer and just beat the heck out of it. It'll come off eventually.
Yeah. Eventually.
Yeah. Start whacking it then.
And make sure I get all the grease on my brakes.
Oh yeah. Get all that 90 weight on there.
Because I don't want to stop.
Yeah.
As you can see beforehand, I didn't intend on stopping.
No, I see that.
Brakes, well, they're only a suggestion on leaves and sand.
Yeah.
Anyways, so there wasn't much stopping there.
This winter we need to put some cutting brakes on this thing.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty sick.
it'd be nice.
Yeah. Well, swing that hammer.
Wait a minute.
Wait. I don't think that fits that bolt.
Oh no, they use those as spacers.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it works.
Yeah, whatever works, you know.
But that's an interesting choice.
All right, we'll grab a hammer and start swinging, buddy. We'll at least try to get this axle off tonight. This thing's coming along pretty good. I ended up going with a MSD solid state relay box in this thing, just because I've never seen one before. I've always used just standard relay. What did you do? Hammerhead fell off.
I broke it.
Jeez. Oh, I forgot to tell you, when we were working on remodeling the house before we moved in, I was swinging that hammer, busting up the old front porch.
Yeah.
And the head flew off of it, and it's never stayed on.
Gonna leave that there.
Just gonna set that right there.
Being a nice person's issue.
Oh yeah.
I want you to think about how hard I was swinging on that tire with that thing too.
Yeah, and it didn't come off.
Yeah, it was only your truck in the way. In the danger zone.
I don't understand it. Clean the lens off a little bit. I think it's got some carbon on it. It'll work. Yeah, still about the same. Is it coming? Is it coming off?
No.
No?
Well, it's moving.
Just keep working, buddy. He's still swinging. Still swinging.
I don't think it's budging.
Well, it's got to come off eventually.
Torch.
Torch?
Can't be stuck. It's liquid.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I ended up going with this solid state relay box because I thought it was pretty cool and it saves a lot of space. I don't know much about it, but you can look them up on MSD, Summit Racing, Jegs, any website like that, any kind of performance part website. But I figured I'd mount all my electronics like relays and fuses and stuff on this panel, like that kill switch over there. I figured I'd try to keep it a little nicer, you know, since that's what's gonna be kind of, I mean, it's not the nicest thing in the world, but it's kind of nice. I've got the little quick detach on my steering wheel, because otherwise I can't get in this thing. I'm 5'11", 188 pounds. I can't get in this thing with that steering wheel in there. Mason might be able to. I can smell that from here.
Thermal expansion. I'm only burning the gasket off that's made of silicone.
Don't heat up that housing, dude. It's the inner race that's locked.
Huh?
It's the inner race on that bearing that's locked.
Oh no. I'm good. I'm trying to heat the outside without heating the shaft. I couldn't heat the
Oh,
shaft.
I didn't think about that. Let me take a couple swings at that.
And it did move actually. Just
I did it. That's it.
That was minuscule.
Yeah, please move that.
There you go. Heat.
Little bit of heat.
Yeah, we'll heat the other one
All
up
right.
before we put it back on there too.
Yeah.
Make it hopefully a little easier. Oh look, it's. That's not supposed to be flared.
That axle's bent.
Just a wee bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a hair, you know. It's just tweaked. You know, when I was broke, or I'm still broke, but when I was even more broke, I would have tried to straighten that. And you can get pretty close, but it won't last very long.
I'm just better at saving my money than you.
Shut up.
Sometimes. Only sometimes.
That buggy will be coming soon on the channel. That's one that Mason and I started on.
About a year ago.
Yeah, like a year ago.
You said take it
Something
slow.
like that, yeah. Well, that one's actually going to be kind of nice. Let's sit you guys up right
Well, straightness of the frame is to be desired.
What do you mean straightness of the frame?
If you look at it, it's kind of.
Well, it warped a little bit when I welded it.
Yeah.
This is the first frame I've built, okay?
No.
First one I've done. But that one up there, it's getting, the shocks on it are off of I think it's a 2017 RZR 1000 XP, something like that. Front shocks are too. I bought them as a set on eBay, and it's gonna have like 20 inches of front travel, 18 inches of rear travel. It's gonna have a 3.8 liter GM on the back of it, so 6-cylinder out of a boat. That my dad bought like, I don't know, a couple months ago, and he pulled the boat off of it and hauled it off because he just wanted the trailer. He pulled the motor out of it too because the landfill wouldn't take the motor. So I figured I'd try to rebuild it, stick it on that one instead of going Volkswagen, because my original plan was to go Volkswagen with it. But I want to put a lot of power through it. Mason's the one that built that cage, actually. He's a little bit better welder than I am. He TIG welded that cage together.
I almost forgot I did that.
What, that cage?
I completely forgot about the action.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
There's still like another $13,000 worth of parts to go in that thing. The A-arms and stuff are off of a razor. I'm still waiting on somebody to make me those adapters so I can put the hind joints in it.
I'm getting to them.
But thanks to that explosion the other day at Hunt Oil Company.
Yeah, I got a little busy.
Yeah, a little bit. He don't work at Hunt. He just works at a machine shop.
I work for the coal mines pretty much.
Pretty much.
Don't directly work.
That's pretty much all y'all do is work for the coal mines.
And Komatsu.
And,
A lot of
yeah.
Komatsu.
Well, Komatsu, they got a lot of stuff out there
And
at the
for
coal
some
mines.
reason, they put all their prints in Japanese language.
Well, it's a Japanese company.
I know. But they know it. They have English translations, but they choose to give us the Japanese ones.
Well, think about this. I work for a French company, and all of our drawings are in French. We have a French to English dictionary at work.
You know it's also really confusing? Komatsu likes to use metric and standard in the same blueprints. They combine it.
Yeah, I run into that sometimes.
And also because we're a job shop, sometimes I'll get drawings that are just, well, a sketch.
Yeah.
It'll be like, I need this diameter, and I need a hole in it. Where do you need the hole? In it.
Where? Yes.
Yep. And that,
Yep.
it's inside the.
I'd say she's a little rich.
Just a wee bit.
Put a turbo on it, you'll put more air in it, lean it out.
Still smells like gas. No, I wonder if it'll crank back up. Maybe a little bit.
It might.
It probably will.
It should. I mean, we cranked it up in your yard.
It did.
Wrecked it.
It stalled out whenever I did wreck it though.
Oh yeah.
Because it went from third gear to 0 miles an hour.
That'll do it.
Yeah. That was the one reason I was kind of worried about the transmission, but at the same time not too worried.
Oh, they're pretty stout.
Yeah, so I've heard. And so I felt.
Yeah, you found out, didn't you?
Yeah. That could be the name for it, FAFO. Except I found out.
Yeah, you did. You found out how hard trees are.
FAFO, but I actually found out.
Yeah. That's part of that saying. I like average intelligence myself.
Yeah. Average intelligence is great.
It is.
It's instead of using a name from Cars, it's using a saying.
Yeah. The greatest movie franchise of all time.
Kung Fu Panda, Cars.
I don't know if I'd put Kung Fu Panda in there. I wasn't a fan of that
The
one.
first three ones were great.
Yeah.
They're alright. I liked them. How to Train Your Dragon was pretty good.
My sister's addicted to that.
I'm not
Old
addicted to it.
series.
I'm just gonna say it was a good movie.
I get tired of hearing about How to Train Your Dragon, to be honest with you, because of my sister.
Oh yeah, that's probably about as straight as it's gonna get.
Yeah.
That'll be alright though.
It'll pull itself back straight
can
when you
live
put the
with
bolts in it.
I can live with that.
Yep.
A straight action, that'll probably definitely pull back out straight.
There's that little master switch. My goal is to do wheelies, which should be fairly obtainable. I tried to do a wheelie in that one and it wouldn't do it. But
And
That's
got
what it
enough
is.
on the low end.
yeah, it ain't got
Topping's
near
actually
enough.
pretty good.
Top end's really not bad on it. Yeah. But bottom end, it's not the best.
A little lackluster.
Yeah.
Then
Alright.
again, I'm a passenger.
Start getting stuff out of this thing. That was loud.
Mildly.
Yep. Yeah, climb in this thing. I'm gonna save y'all the boring part of all that wiring, and I'll get back to you
But that's where
afterwards.
the most testing's at.
That's the point.
5
Well-
to 10 people, I hope, don't find our YouTube channel.
What?
Preacher. Wow.
Anyone else?
No, just those two.
Just those two? Because there's nothing bad on here yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yet. So
Most of it's probably just going to involve dangerous stuff, probably.
yeah. It'll be okay.
In the meantime, it's just us being sad because we're building stuff.
You finally decided to rock the gloves.
Yeah.
Yep. You like them?
The pumpkin mittens.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I like them. I have to use them a lot at work, so I figured I'd get some for myself.
I just use our unlimited supply of soap at work.
Yeah.
Be a man.
Well, the janitors at work don't like to refill our soap,
Well,
so
valid point.
yeah.
Well,
Well, I got all the wires run through the wire loom up to about that point there, and then they're just going to be zip tied. I'm going to have another piece of wire loom running up to a little block here, like a fuse block or something there for my power wires, because all three of those are going to be hot wires. I'm switching everything with grounds. So with the solid state relay box, you can have your high current outputs, and you can switch using either grounds or positives. If you use your positive wires, you got to have a ground wire coming into it. If you switch with your grounds, though, it's perfect. So yeah, this is my main ground for my switches, and for that whole panel, this is my ground wire. I've got to run it back to the battery somehow. This is just a spare, well, it was a spare switch. Now this one's going to be running the lights. So I'm going to have some KC daylighters up here. I have some on my Bronco. Need to pull those off before I sell it. And yeah, I still got to run the brake lines and the clutch line. So the brake lines, I don't have the right fitting, so I'm just using these, and I ran out of them, so I got to order some more. These little unions, it's 10 millimeter to 3/8, 3/8 24, and I got my cutting brakes kind of hooked up. This is where I ran out of the little fittings. I got to get one more here, and I got to get one more for the other side. I'm using these little brake lines that my dad brought home. They're off of a Mercedes, so I've got like 2 bags of these things over here. Yeah, I got like all these little brake lines and stuff that he brought home. Those are all seals for the Bronco. But yeah, so that's probably about as far as I can get tonight. I can't put the shocks on because I got to make some bolts, because that is bigger than that, and I don't want to drill that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bolt on my lathe. I'm going to take an existing bolt, and I'm just going to cut the end of it down to where it'll fit through here, where the shoulder of it will fit that, and the threaded portion will fit this. And I'm just going to run a die across it and thread it, and it should be good to go. But this buggy, there's one of the shocks that I have not mounted yet. There's a halfway mounted shock. I don't remember what I think the front ones are in it, but I want to say this was a Myers-Manx buggy that I have cut to pieces. An original one. I didn't know it at the time. I didn't really care. I wanted one, so that's what I did. I'm not exactly sure though. I don't know much about them. There's the remnants of a little sticker there. Don't know what it said though. But there were holes all in this thing and needed a lot of work. And it was already cut up pretty good. So I started cutting it even more. But it's got A-arms off of a razor. It's gonna have a rack and pinion front. It's pretty stinking big, and it's gonna be pretty stinking powerful. And all that power is going to be pushed through that little bitty Type 1 transmission. So we'll see how long that lasts. Probably not very long. Mason, how long do you think the transmission in that big buggy is going to last?
A week.
A week?
A week.
Being generous. I like dumping the clutch, so probably not even going to be that. I'm as far as I can get on my buggy tonight.
Well, not as far as I can get on mine. I'm just struggling in this one bolt where everything possible that could be in the way is in the way.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get that.
Is there anything I can do to help you?
What?
Is there any way I can help you?
Give me the money to make someone else do this.
Nah, I can't do that.
Oh, man.
We're both broke.
Well, you just sell off that new truck of yours, you won't be broke.
Yeah. That's part of the reason I'm broke.
Yeah.
The main reason I'm broke. Stick to old blue.
I just have a terrible boss, that's why I'm broke.
Yeah. Go ahead and name your boss on here.
Nah.
I'll bleep it out.
I'm a douche. Not that big of a douche. Plus.
You kind of like being employed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a tad bit. I'm always making money.
I'm going to put another sticker on your buggy.
Last time you did that, it cartwheeled.
Well, it's going to cartwheel again.
Make sure it's only the
doggo.
gas tank that gets completely covered.
Only the gas tank?
Yeah, the gas tank is the sticker holder.
Okay.
And when there's too many stickers,
You know what?
we're going to burn them off.
I'm about to piss off a lot of people.
Oh.
Because I'm not even going to clean this thing before I put the sticker on it.
Oh, so the sticker's just not going to stay.
Oh, it'll stay for a little while.
It's a temporary sticker.
Yeah. There we go.
I like temporary stickers.
Put that one on my box at work. Yep. All right. Jeez, Mason, you're not done yet?
No. And I'm worried because I think after I get this layer off, there's a second ring of bolts around the outside of it. If you come look.
Yep.
I'm taking that inner bolt circle off. And you see there's an outside one too.
Oh,
I hope I don't have to take that off either.
No, I don't think you have to do that.
You don't
Well,
think. You don't think.
Actually, I think you do.
Yeah. I think I do.
I think you do. I think that whole side plate comes off, and that allows you to get to that joint back there.
Yeah. But I have a
But I
feeling.
may be wrong.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, I'm wrong. I don't like being right.
What are the odds,
Well, no, I think that cover just covers up that joint because I think there's a shaft that sticks through there, and it's got the end of that. It's kind of like a U joint the way the thing works.
It looks like it. I still would have had taken it off though.
Well, I'm
For
saying
clearance to pull this out.
to pull the axle out.
Yeah. I
No?
think that whole subplate's gonna come off with it. I finally got that bottom bolt.
Hmm.
After about 45 minutes.
It's probably a lot easier to do this with the transmission out of it.
Probably so, but
We probably should have pulled the other one apart first.
just wanna.
But
Yeah, we'll do that when we have daylight.
yeah, we can actually see what we're doing.
Yeah. Typical of us to always get stuck in the dark,
Yeah.
because work. It
Jeez,
used to.
that thing is bent.
It used to just be. We got stuck in the dark, I think, because fun.
Well, we usually get stuck in the dark because we're retarded.
No, it's fun. I'm gonna say it's because it's fun.
Well, we're gonna keep working on this one. I'm gonna cut this video here because it's already pretty lengthy for the first one. It's kind of all hands on deck to get these things done. So, yeah. Reckon I'll see y'all on the next one.